And good evening, and welcome to the Broadmoor World Arena in Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is the CHSAA 5A state semifinal game between arch rivals Valor Christian Eagles and Regis Jesuit Raiders. Valor, coached by George Gwozdecki and ranked #1 in the state, come in looking for a 4th straight bid in the championship game. Regis, under first-year head coach Terry Ott, would like nothing better than playing the spoiler role and knock off rival Valor. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. Great to have you on board for this much-anticipated battle for a spot in Tuesday's championship game. Valor comes in with a 18-1 record with 17 straight wins. They come in as the home designated team in their white jerseys trimmed out with baby blue and gold. Regis comes in their red menacing uniforms with Regis Jesuit across the chest as they come in as the designated visitor. Valor, coached by George Gwozdecki. He also has Sean Capel, Jeff Martin, Adrian Wiedemann, and Ian Klopker on the bench with him. And for Regis, they've got Terry Ott, Grant Woodley, Brian Miller, and Nick Miller, no relation. Valor comes in with starting goaltender Cooper Robinson. The junior netminder is backed up by Trudeau Coffey, number 33. Robinson is number 1. Lines look like this for Valor. Noah Fekete heads up the top line. Number 20, he's got Henry Barnes, number 27 on the right-hand side. Maddox Charles, the impressive freshman, number 23 on the left-hand side. Second line, Garrett Coveney, number 9, with Alec Alfieri, number 12 on the right. Brooks Wright, number 15 on the left-hand side. Owen Walsh, number 14, heads up the third line. He's got Ben Larson, number 18 on his right-hand side. Daniel Galushko, number 17 on the left-hand side. And then the fourth line has a couple of wings. Carter Charles, number 16. Andrew Jenkins will play right wing and split some center time. He's number 24. On the blue line, it looks like this. Simon Tarosian, number 6, teamed up with Aiden Owen, number 7. Chase Whitmore, number 25, is teamed up with Nicholas Morona, number 11. Jeremy Muir is number 10, and Mark Ladwig is number 8 on that third defensive pairing. The extra defenseman is Edward Chen, number 4. For Regis, it looks like this. Elijah Hernandez, number 1, will be in goal. He's backed up by Ryan Miller, number 33. First line, Ian Beck has Carter Schick, number 10, I believe, and perhaps he'll wear his familiar number 19 here today. Michael Manville, number 26, is on the right-hand side. Parker Brenner is number 18. He's on that. Centers that second line. Connor Ihaya, number 13, is on the right-hand side. Nico Pinero, who had the game-winning goal, is number 22, game-winning goal of that quarterfinal matchup. Third line looks like this. Reese Peterson, number 25. Centering, he's got Cameron Balatbat, the senior, number 27 on the right-hand side, and Jake Filler, number 15 on the left. And the fourth line, similar to Valor's, Eli Ash will will be paired up with Nolan Williams, number 14. Camden Lai, who is in the game, the quarterfinal, is not in this contest. Instead, Luke Miller, a defenseman, will be the 7th defenseman, matching what Valor does as well. The blue line for Regis, Zach Lorenzo, number 8, the impressive defenseman, along with Captain Chase Patterson, number 5 on the right-hand side. Matthew Carter, number 11, is teamed up with Ryan Williams, number 6, and Dylan Perenjape, number 4, has got Liam McDonald, number 16, alongside of him. We're going to pause here as we have the two teams lined up at their respective goal lines. As we have Valor to our left-hand side and Regis to the right-hand side. And they've got the announcements here. And so they have the starters here. Let's give them to you. Elijah Hernandez, who I mentioned, he's a senior netminder, comes in with a 2.6 2.6 goals against average. Number 5, Chase Patterson, the big defenseman, teamed up with Zach Lorenzo, number 8. And the top line, Carter Schick, number 19, Ian Beck, number 17, and Michael Manville, number 26 for Regis. And for Valor, Cooper Robinson will be starting in goal. He's number 1. And Cooper Robinson skates out to the blue line. And Simon Terosian, number 6, along with Aiden Owen. As Garrett Coveney, Noah Fekete, and Maddox Charles. Henry Barnes is out there as well. And we will pause for our national anthem. And our national anthem was beautifully done there. I believe that was the same young lady that did the national anthem for Regis's quarterfinal matchup as well. So terrific job as Valor like statues until Noah Fekete releases the troops. And his line will start out. Noah Fekete, number 20, is out there with fellow senior Henry Barnes and freshman Maddox Charles. As Regis gathers around Elijah Hernandez to our right-hand side, and they break their huddle and they will come to center ice. I should mention, being out here at the World Arena, we're also on Olympic ice. What does that mean? We'll talk a little bit about it, but it's about a third larger than a standard NHL sheet of ice. And it can make a difference. Let's see which team it favors. It usually favors a good skating, passing team, and both of these teams qualify for that, so we'll see who adjusts to it as we have begun this 17-minute frame as the pass through the legs there of Schick and all the way down to the Valor zone. And in the near side corner, as Aiden Owen lays a check, the puck is hoisted back to center. As Noah Fekete looks for it, can't come up with it, and Regis dumps it back in as Simon Terosian gathers it in for Valor. Moving the puck back over to the far side, there's a Maddox Charles. Charles tries to fish it between a couple of skates, gets knocked away, and as Pinheiro picks up the puck and advances it back over to the right-hand side for Regis. Regis brings it in, and the game's first shot is turned aside by Cooper Robinson back over to the near side. Jumping off the wall, Garrett Coveney steals the puck and hoists it up, knocked down at the line and held in, and a second shot in on Cooper Robinson. He grabs it with the mitten, holds on there. We are less than a minute into this contest, 16:03 up on the board. And Regis has a couple of shots on goal, and Cooper Robinson is just getting warmed up. This face-off to his right-hand side in this left dot. As Pinheiro will take it, as he has Ihaya on in the slot. The puck is down and moved up the half wall. Held up there as a battle ensues. As Coveney jousting there with Ihaya. He goes down, and Alfieri fishes the puck out, moves it over to Whitmore, and Whitmore up ice. Gets beyond everybody, and the defenseman, Perrin Joppi, skates back, but it goes for an icing call. And so the play will come back to the Valor end. As to the far side circle, the right-hand circle. We are just above the Valor bench here. Valor on the left-hand side, Regis on the right-hand side for you listening on your radio dial. And Garrett Coveney will take the face-off, and it's won by Regis. Regis with a shot, and the puck in the slot battling for it. It's tipped aside and back out to center. As Whitmore fishes it back over, Alfieri brings it in on his offside. Back over, Coveney scores! Coveney is able to get it past Elijah Hernandez. And Valor has a 1-0 lead early in this contest. And what a play that was as Brooks Wright one-handed it to Alfieri. Alfieri feeds it back over to Coveney. And Coveney is able to tuck it as he tucks it behind Hernandez. Hernandez was moving from his left to his right, and Coveney just steered it around his left pad, making it 1-0. So on that goal, Coveney scores from Alfieri and from Wright. And that one comes here as we are less than 2 minutes into this contest. As we're back to the live action, and the puck is battled for at the center stripe over on the far side. Mid-ice wall. Ladwig is back behind for Valor. Pokes the puck back to Luke Miller. Miller, that seventh defenseman for Regis. And the puck is able to be sent all the way back down to the Valor end where Ladwig has it, jams it up the boards, and jousting for it, looking for it, was Larson. He tips it back to Ladwig, who settles. Walks it in front of the Valor bench. There's a little trouble there, and Ladwig moves it back over to the far side. There, Muir spinning away from some traffic. Gets some help from Daniel Galushko, but the puck goes, and it's offsides on Regis, so we'll have a face-off over on the far side. Again, these players have to adjust to this Olympic ice. Olympic ice is 200 by 100 versus 200 by 85. That extra 15 feet times 200 makes a huge difference, especially in the corners. As you see, the corners are very wide here back behind the cage. And so when it's an adjustment not only for the skaters, it's an adjustment on the angles for the goalies as well. So we'll see how this plays a part, or perhaps does not, in today's action. We're back to live action as Terosian, his headman pass went beyond the reach, and it's knocked right back to the Valor end, and Terosian's got it again. He gives it away with a pass, and the puck is cleaned out by Aiden Owen. Terosian made a cross-ice feed, and it was picked off by Ian Beck. This is that top line out there for Coach Terriot. As the puck is dumped in, and Terosian has another opportunity on the near side. He's able to shovel it up the bench boards and back out to center. And from the Regis line, the DDD pass back over to Liam McDonald, and McDonald looks up ice. The puck is taken off, and Aiden Owen playing center field back, tips it as his pass well up ahead. Can't be handled, and Regis enters the Valor zone one more time with the puck. Back over on the far side. Aiden Owen cancels his man. Tarosian with the puck. Finds Jenkins on the near side. Hot pass. Jenkins can't handle, and the puck is dumped right back into the Valor end. Back over on the far side. Aiden Owen shovels it up the boards. Back out to center, and this time it wraps around, and Cooper Robinson gets into the action. Sweeps it with a backhand into the near side corner. Pinheiro picks up the puck for Regis and works it up the wall, looking for options. Taps it back up to Matthew Carter, the defenseman. Fekete was there. Fekete dancing through some traffic. Uses an edge in front of the Valor bench. And Regis takes the game's first penalty. It's going to be on Pinheiro. A hooking call. This one comes up at 13 straight up. So Valor gets the first power play. Owen Walsh, his line out there, he's got Brooks Wright and Henry Barnes, and Galushko playing at the point, and the puck escapes Galushko's grasp. Brings it back to the Valor zone and looks for a headman pass, and that pass about a foot off the ice all the way back in deep. Chasing it is Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams has it taken away. Picked back up by Morona. Morona sweeps it back and gets it back over on the right dot. Morona's shot deflected. Galushko picks up the loose puck as he banks it back below the line, and sweeping up is Brooks Wright with the puck. And an interference call, and Brooks Wright says, I worked the angle and got to the puck. So an interesting call, but nonetheless, Brooks Wright heads to the box, and we're going to have 4-on-4 action. As a minute 27 of crossover time. So at 12:26, Brooks Wright takes an interference call. And we are back to the live action here as the puck is sent back in. Lots of ice now out there for these teams with 4-on-4 action. The puck comes back to the Regis zone. It's picked up over on the far side. Aiden Owen gets tied up with Carter Schick. Feeds it back over to Morona, and Morona speeds ahead, but Ian Beck shoulders him off the puck and into the corner, into the near side corner of Regis's end. Back over to the far side. Chase Patterson has it, moves it up the wall, and Beck's got it. Beck, cross ice feed to the near side. Puck is dumped in. No, it goes into the bench of Valor as Regis was trying to send it in deep. Good check right there in front of the Regis bench. And so the face-off in front of Coach George Gwozdecki's bench. He's got a bird's-eye view of Garrett Coveney taking the face-off and trying to muscle the puck away was Cameron Blattbat. Blattbat puts it into the Valor zone in deep, and Jeremy Muir tries to scoop it up and move it up the boards. Reverses back behind the cage. Tarosian has it and hands it back off to Muir. Muir looking for the headman feed. Sends it back over to the near side. Alfieri's got it. Can he find his man on the far side? It's Simon Tarosian regathers himself, takes it into the Regis zone over on the far side half boards. Coveney digs it off the wall. Coveney with a pass back up high. It's shot, and it's off the post as Jeremy Muir took that shot. And that had an opportunity if it would have been just a bit lower, but it goes off the crossbar. Ricochets back out. Back to live action as Alfieri has the puck as he tips it back out to center and out of the Valor zone. Pinballs, comes right back, picked up by Brenner. Brenner takes it into the Valor zone, but he's stripped of the puck. And it's punched back in on Cooper Robinson. Robinson's seen enough. He's going to settle things, and he holds the puck. 10:38 to go in this first period. 1-0 Valor in this this semifinal matchup. The berth in the championship at stake. Cooper Robinson settles as the face-off to his right-hand side. As Valor wins it, unable to get it up and out, as Matthew Carter kicked it back into the corner for Regis. Puck is swept back over to the far side, and it's a race between a pair of 18s as Brenner ties up Larson. And a second man walks in, picks up the puck. That's Filler. Puck is jammed back over to the near side half boards, picked up by Regis. And Filler's got it. Filler's shot, and Robinson holds on. Robinson has it below him. Robinson had Whitmore in front of him. Whitmore was going out to challenge Filler, and Robinson keeps it a 1-0 game. So the face-off again to Robinson's right. Eli Ash, the senior centerman, takes that face-off. And Larson feeds it back, and Larson on the move, feeds it back over to Walsh. Walsh in tight, he was right in on Hernandez. Hernandez made the save, a good opportunity for Valor. Pass. Walsh would have had a little bit more room. Perhaps he could have elevated. Regis dumps it into the near side corner in Valor's end. Galushko gets there, puck is stripped off his stick. And that was Ihaya. Ihaya's shot comes back to Valor, and Valor in the slot with a turnaround shot. And an opportunity. Here's a drive and a blast from Aiden Owen. That one goes up and over Hernandez. Ricochets back over to the far point. Galushko up high. Galushko takes a shot. It's knocked down by a body as Regis clears it back to the red stripe. And the pass, Valor enters the zone quickly, back in. As Tarosian, the defenseman, in deep, tucks it back against the wall. Carter Schick is bodied up there by Larson in deep. And Regis escapes. Regis coming out and taking his man down is Fekete. Fekete takes out Schick as the whistle is blown. Fekete came off the bench and made a beeline for Schick, who was streaking in. And he takes out Schick, so Regis will get their first power play, or I should say their second full power play. They got a brief power play on the Brooks Wright penalty. Regis, 2 minutes to work with, as puck is right in the slot and just missing the shot there. Nolan Williams was trying to get a one-timer inside the slot, was unable to. Regis retrieves the puck and moves it back over to the near side. Manville's got it, takes a wrister, and it's cleared out by Jeremy Mirror. Fluttering puck back to the Regis end. Ian Beck with it, and Beck comes back up through center, little drop feed, and in reverse, taking the puck back in is Manville. Manville gets taken down, no call. Valor picks up the puck, but Pinheiro holds the line. Pinheiro's shot, and a second shot by Manville. And Valor is able to clear the puck back out to center. Manville had a great opportunity. Pinheiro's shot almost had eyes and scored. Regis bringing it back in over on the near side, walks it in down the left-hand side. That's Beck matched up with Morona. And we have 6 players on the ice for Regis. So a bench penalty, or a penalty on Regis. And so the final 56 seconds of Fekete's penalty. And we're going to go 4-on-4 aside for 56 seconds. We had 1:27 seconds of 4-on-4 crossover time. So this is Reese Peterson will take the pen, take the brunt of this one. He'll sit for 2 minutes. So too many men. The faceoff comes right back to the Regis zone, and Valor with a shot on target as Whitmore took that shot, and Walsh was right on the doorstep, but Hernandez holds on to the puck. So Walsh is going to do it again. So Walsh sets up in the right dot and wins this faceoff back. But with only 4 players out there, Whitmore was at center ice, and now Valor takes another penalty, and this is going to be on Walsh. And I believe the penalty is for, let's see, he hasn't signaled it. And he's having a conversation, the official is having a conversation on the far side with Walsh, but he hasn't made a motion. And it's a roughing call. And George Gwozdecki's having a conversation, and I think a well-warranted conversation, asking about that penalty. The puck came out, and Walsh checked his man off the puck, and it did not seem, at least from my vantage point, to seem egregious, but nonetheless, the referees make the call, the play stands, and we've got 4-on-3 action on Olympic ice. So what an opportunity now for Regis to get back into this, as they have 33 seconds of 4-on-3, and then Valor's going to get Noah Fekete back. They're down to 22 seconds of 4-on-3, and with the puck taking it back into the Valor zone right in front, tipped as Manville put a pass right on the stick in front of Carter Schick. Puck back over on the far side. And trying to come up with it was Eli Ash. Ash gets tied up with Tarosian. Valor is back to 4-on-4. So now we're going to have 56 seconds of 4-on-4. And then Regis will have another brief power play. Fekete steals the puck. We have a 2-on-1. He's got Whitmore catching up with him. Fekete moves it back over. Whitmore takes the shot, and another save by Hernandez. Hernandez comes up big as Fekete streaked out, and he found his man that tipped into the Regis zone by Alfieri. Alfieri flags it down, but it's 1-on-4. Alfieri gets tied up and moving the puck back over, back behind, and in front of the Regis bench, coming out and skating out, holding the puck now was Peterson. And I don't know why that, perhaps. Almost a delay of game. Valor comes back in and tips the puck aside, and we're back down to Regis is going to have a power play here. And so they've got an 18-second power play as Valor takes the puck, unable to get it in deep into the Regis zone. Puck comes back out to center. And I apologize for that. We've got a little bit of cough going here. I'm going to call this game with 5:29 remaining in this first period. Valor is up 1-0, and we are back to full strength. Puck is fished out. We've got a 1-on-1. It's sent in the distance by Jake Filler. Wraps around back over to the far side. Mirror battling with Blattbat, moves it back over to the near side, and the puck in Valor zone is exited out as Galushko hands it off. Walsh unable to handle it in center ice. Puck is swept back over to the far side and bounces off the mid-ice boards as Jeremy Muir dips into the Regis zone. Knocked off the puck. Walsh awaits, yields to Whitmore, who came in, and Regis is able to exit the zone. Regis sends it back in, goes for a line change, and Daniel Galushko has time. Top line out there for Coach Terry Ott. Working it in over on the far side as Galushko sends a flyer of a pass, stabbed down by Walsh. Walsh's pass returned to Galushko. Bounces off his stick, and Regis controls. Regis works it back out through center, tipped into the Valor zone. As Carter Schick battles with Whitmore. Puck over on the far side, half boards. Galushko goes down. Walsh looking for the puck on the low side. Tip back up to Regis. Slid back over to the near side. As a shot by Matthew Carter. Went off a body. And another penalty. This one's going to be on Manville. Manville cross-checked. He's going to go to the box. So Michael Manville takes a cross-checking penalty back behind Regis's cage, and so the face-off goes all the way back to the right-hand side to Regis's zone. And Aiden Owen with the puck sauces one gently down into the corner, retrieved by Alfieri. Alfieri cross-ice feed, Fekete. Aiden Owen straight ahead, hard off the end glass, flagged down by Maddox Charles. Maddox Charles is trying to get it back behind over to the far side, but this Olympic ice, you could see it affect that, as normally Maddox Charles would have been able to get that puck over there. Didn't have enough steam, and so Regis was able to clear. Valor has to work it back in, and this time Maddox Charles sends it hard off the boards, and again, unable to come up with the puck was Aiden Owen inside the zone. Valor one more time tries to bring it in, tipped in front, and back out to center. Noah Fekete with some speed, challenged by Ryan Williams. Fekete holds it up against the wall, shakes off Williams, feeds it back over to the near side. Aiden Owen back below the line with the puck, feeds it back to Coveney over on the far side behind the cage. Alfieri behind Hernandez's cage, moves it back over, cross ice, looking for Fekete, punches it back up, straight ahead as Aiden Owen's shot deflected, never got through. Pinheiro on the defense, challenging Fekete. Fekete looks down low for Coveney. The give and go isn't there. Now he pounds it back, and going down was Pinheiro, and Pinheiro awkwardly is down, and he is on his knees trying to come up, and finally there's a whistle. Pinheiro seemed to have turned his knee or something. I don't believe we have a replay on that, but he is in some pain. And for Regis, this is not good, as Pinheiro, who had that game-winning goal in the quarterfinals, went down immediately. And he wasn't hit. He was in the slot. That puck came through, and he seemed to grasp for it. And perhaps his skate got caught. And Pinheiro is down on his shin pads, hunched over. He's got a trainer out there now. And for Coach Terry Ott, this is not the scene that you want. Pinheiro, who plays on the power play and is on that second line. And so we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment. 1-0 Valor with 2:34 remaining in the first period. We'll be back in just a moment. And for Nico Pinheiro, that appears to be his evening, as he is helped off the ice, and it appeared to be his left leg that he couldn't put any weight on as he exits the ice. What a blow for Regis and for that young man. He is such a terrific player. He's such a joy to watch. He's got great hands, and quick feet, and a good hockey mind. So for Coach Terry Ott, he'll have to make some adjustments here. And for Ott, he was playing with 3+2, meaning three full lines, and then 2 forwards. And he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that extra forward. He's got an extra D-man right now. So we'll see for the adjustments. We're back to the live action. Puck back behind Regis's cage as Alfieri's got it. Alfieri works it back over the near side edge of the circle. Feeds it back over to Maddox Charles. His pass cross ice, and that one is intercepted. Valor seems determined to make that cross ice pass, and you would think perhaps on this Olympic side's ice they would have more success being able to do that. They haven't been able to thus far. Puck comes up the wall. Regis gathers it back in. Power play is over. There's 1:52 remaining in this first period as Maddox Charles banks it hard off the glass, sends it up and out of the zone. Fekete is able to retrieve it into the Valor zone as it was knocked back in. Fekete with a cross ice feed finds Alfieri. Alfieri with Larson staying on sides. Tipped in as Chase Patterson, big defenseman, makes a play on him. Fekete has it back over to Walsh. Walsh in the front. Shot, second opportunity. Alfieri, how did that puck not go in? Alfieri, Walsh, and Larson all had opportunities, and Hernandez made a heck of a play, making not 1, not 2, but 3 saves in a row. Valor easily could be up 2-1 if it wasn't for Hernandez. Back to the live action as the puck is jammed up into the Regis zone. Beck winds it around over to the far side, and Muir has to catch up to it. Muir, long pass to Galushko, tips it up to Walsh. Walsh has a chance, squares up Hernandez with another save as Ryan Williams made a play. Williams lost his stick back behind the cage, and I don't know what the whistle was called for. As I didn't see exactly what the whistle was for. And I don't think the coaches knew either. But Terry Ott will take that whistle because the faceoff comes outside of the zone. Noah Fekete over on the far side. There's 41.3 seconds remaining in this first period. And it's tipped back over to the near side. Near side bench boards as Carter Charles moves it back over to Whitmore, and Whitmore's headman pass bounces off of Jenkins' stick all the way into the Regis zone and back behind Hernandez's cage as Jenkins gets tied up and able to get a pass off to Morona. Morona sends the puck back into the Regis zone, and sweeping back in is Ryan Williams. Williams is able to get the puck out for Regis as Whitmore chops at it, moves it back over to Morona, and back to Whitmore behind Cooper Robinson's cage. Exiting off the left wing boards, Jenkins has it, hands it off to Fekete as the buzzer sounds. After 1, Valor is up 1-0. Shots on goal are not available to us. They're not up on the scoreboard. Perhaps they'll put them up in between periods. And the goal, Valor's goal, was scored by Garrett Coveney. As Coveney, who had 10 goals in the regular season, puts up the tally to put Valor ahead. That was a goal from Alfieri and Wright that came early in the period at the 15:30 mark, and that's where we stand. We had 6 penalties, 3 on each team during that first period. So, high penalty-filled period. This is Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. Back in about 15 minutes with the second period underway. Valor leads 1-0. teams have entered the ice again for the second period. They're lined up. Noah Fekete will take the face-off, going up against Ian Beck here. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. We are back for this second period of this 5A semifinal matchup. The winner will move on to play East or Ralston Valley. That game at 7 o'clock this evening on this same ice. Back to live action. Maddox Charles tries to jam it in right on the near side of Hernandez's cage. The puck had been sent the distance, and Maddox Charles with a little backhander in front of Hernandez. Hernandez has been terrific here this evening. He has stopped a number of point-blank shots and has single-handedly kept this a one-goal game right now, 1-0 here. And it'll be interesting to see. I had a conversation, and we'll come back to it right after this, and Fekete takes a shot as he goes in front of the cage and tried to jam it in. The puck is tipped back out, and Aiden Owen giving chase with Carter Schick on his heels. Owen tips it back behind the big cage, puts it back as Schick put it right in front, and his pass in front was disrupted by Cooper Robinson. Schick had a man right in front, and he couldn't get it to him as Robinson stuck out that big paddle and was able to stop a shot from being shot on goal on his own cage. And chasing the puck over on the near side in front of the Valor bench. Puck comes back out to center. It's wound back into the Regis zone. And it's punched by number 6, Ryan Williams, as Williams moves it back over to the far side. Aiden Williams back out to center as it's punched back into the Valor zone. And the Regis had to tag up. Rosian tried to move it out, unable to, and Aiden Owen got it back on the back behind. As the puck back over, comes up and out of the zone. And Henry Barnes, I'm surprised they didn't blow the whistle there, but anyway, this bouncing puck is settled just outside of the Valor line, set back in. Cooper Robinson steers it back over to the far side, and apparently it was offsides. So the face-off will come out in front of Coach Terry Ott's bench to our right-hand side. And the Regis bench looking for perhaps a little bit more color from the officials. Puck is down, and Whitmore's got it. Whitmore guides it back over to center ice, and a backhand feed just beyond the reach of Coveney. Catches back up to it. Brooks right has it. His shot goes off of a shin pad. And Morona back over to right in tight, and Hernandez made a glove save, and then it was cleaned out by Chase Patterson. Valor with another golden opportunity, unable to connect, and Hernandez has been on his game here this evening. He's had to be. And Whitmore puts that puck up and into the Regis bench as he grimaces. He's got a defensive zone face-off, or at least a new line has that as he goes off. So the face-off will be to the left-hand side of Cooper Robinson. Robinson, the junior netminder, has been the starter ever since his freshman year. He's backstopped this team to a couple of state appearances. Back over to the left-hand side as Regis takes the shot, whistles wide. Coming back is Liam McDonald, can't hold the line. Galushko's got it. Galushko marches through center. Galushko with Walsh in the middle. He sends it back, hits the side of the cage. Walsh taps it back into the long corner. As Mark Ladwig puts it back in to the corner. Galushko battles forward along the half boards, jousting forward. The puck is hoisted back out to center. Ladwig gloves it down and sends it hard off the boards and angles it into the Regis zone. And going back to pick up the puck, losing it there was number 14, Nolan Williams. And the puck is hoisted back out to center. See if we have a change on the defensive side for Regis. It's tough sometimes to see the Regis numbers. They don't have sleeve numbers. They've got the RJ on both sleeves. A little bit tough, and over on the far side, Muir moves it up the wall over on the far side. Got past Larson, goes the distance. Valor ices the puck. Face-off will come back to our right-hand side, to the right-hand side of Cooper Robinson. And trying to pick up exactly what Terry Ott might have done as far as substitute for Nico Pinero. As Pinero was on that Brenner line, we'll pick that up. And here's a shot, whistles wide of the cage, right in front, jammed up right in the crease as Cooper Robinson goes down, and there was no goal scored. And perhaps, so we've got a replay on this coming up. And there you see the replay. As Cooper Robinson had kicked the net off with his right skate. Puck never went in, and Aiden Owen goes down. Aiden Owen almost covered up the puck with his hand, and that would have been obviously a penalty in the crease. So the top line out there for Coach Terry Ott as he's facing top line for this Valor squad as it's chopped out. It's going to go for another icing call. Henry Barnes was looking for no effect. And so the face-off, third consecutive face-off, comes back to Valor's zone and to the right-hand side of Cooper Robinson. No effect. Settles in going up against Beck. And Beck wins it into the corner, but Aiden Owen gets there first and sweeps it back over to the near side half boards. Maddox Charles and a turnaround shot by Manville, whistles wide. Charles, I was mentioning, almost trying to get a stick on that. And Henry Barnes hooks down a man. And Barnes is going to go to the box, and he got all of that 2 minutes and then some as he hooks down Matthew Carter. And Valor, who took 146 penalty minutes, was not a high penalty team this year, takes their fourth penalty of the game, and Regis we'll get another power play here as Barnes really hooked it. It wasn't just a slight hook. It was in front of everybody as the puck was heading his direction. So Valor's got to kill this one off as Cooper Robinson back to our right-hand side as Owen Walsh on the PK and weaving his way in over on the far side. And taken off it was Dylan Perenjape. Perenjape puts it back behind the cage. Puck is swept up by Walsh, and Walsh, backhander, is able to get it out the distance. He had a little bit more room there than he normally would have had. And start things up is number 6, Ryan Williams. Williams, the defenseman, angles one in and gives chase back behind Cooper Robinson's cage. Puck is poked back over into the near side corner. Larson goes flying into that. Walsh unable to exit the zone. The puck is picked back up by Carter Schick. Hands it back off. Brenner's got it. Brenner trying to wind up. Shot went off of Walsh. Schick picks it back up as Morona shadows him. Puck back up to the line, and Ryan Williams has it hop his stick. Williams, little backhander back over him from the red stripe. Puck is put into the Valor zone. Trying to chase it down was Morona. Morona taken into the boards, back behind, and Morona loses his stick, and he is slow to pick it back up. Back to the live action, puck right in front as Manville sends it back over, and Morona goes down as he takes some punishment. Morona not only has a hurt wrist, now he's got his shin pads hurt as well, and coming back in with the puck. Here comes Beck. Beck moves it back over. Carter Schick calls for it. Manville's got it over on the far side. Cross ice through the slot. It's deflected as Alfieri gets to the boards. And I think Valor wanted a penalty. They're not going to get it. Instead, they get a goal as Jeremy Muir scores. Jeremy Muir brings it in as Alfieri took the punishment. Muir picked up the loose puck, takes it into the Regis zone, and makes a nifty backhander. As Muir scores, as Muir had 2 goals during the regular season, he gets a big goal here. It is 2-0 Valor. Muir and from Alfieri. So for Alfieri, he gets his second assist of the game. And I believe the clock continued to run. I looked up before they dropped that puck, and it was running. So, and that is a short-handed goal. And Valor is back to full strength. So going back to that play earlier is you had Morona, who took a heavy check into took a heavy check into the boards back behind Valor's cage. He seemed to be hurt with his wrist. He was very slow to pick up his stick. And then right after that, he took a shot. And Valor was moving the puck out. Alfieri got checked hard right in front of the Regis bench. But back to the live action is Fekete with the puck. Sends it towards the net. Maddox Charles can't get to it. The puck back up to the point. Terosian steps in from the point. Winds it around, and catching back up to it is the captain, Patterson. Aiden Owen matches him as a defenseman jumping into the play. Sends it around to the near side corner boards. Regis able to send it, and the rolling puck on the fresh ice goes the distance. We're coming back to the Regis zone for a face-off after the icing call. We're at the 10:33 mark of this second period. Valor leads 2-0. So again, we're keeping an eye on things here. Here is that line along with Ihaya and Britter. Britter's going to take this face-off and look to see who they've got in that left spot. Taking Pinero's spot. And Coveney trying to move the puck up. And Regis controlling it off the wall, sends it back over to the far side, and they look to enter the zone. Takes a funny bounce. Touchdown by Brenner. Brenner touched it up with a high stick. And so the whistle is blown, and the faceoff is going to come back to the Regis zone. That headman pass, Brenner with some nifty mitts. Was able to get a stick on it and knock it down. But it was with a high stick at that. He then touched it up, and so the whistle was blown. So the faceoff comes back to the Regis zone to the left of Hernandez. Brenner's going to do it again. As it is Nolan Williams who's moved up from that fourth line to pick up this second line spot instead of Pinheiro. Back to the live action. Jenkins speeds it back over. Lagwood's got it. His shot as he hit a body and it never got through. The puck is softly put back out to center. Punch back into the Regis zone. And one more time giving chase is Paranjapi. Paranjapi is double teamed, loses the puck. The puck is fished back up to Lagwood. Lagwood running out of options, puts it into the far side corner. And the puck is exited. Ihaya along with Muir, and Muir, the lone defenseman, back. Lagwood now gets back. And Muir made a heck of a play. Otherwise, it could have been a 2-on-1. And he came over and defended that play well. Walsh with the puck, loses it off his stick, taps it ahead. Carter Charles scoops it back up. Jenkins calls for it. The puck behind him. Kicked off his skate and over into the far side corner. Walsh right in front. Carter Charles with the puck, takes the shot. Saved by Hernandez. Puck comes back up to the point. Whitmore rolls it around the boards and back behind Elijah's cage. Walsh steals it back. Walsh with a backhander. And that one on the mark, but big kick save by Hernandez. Puck is moved out to Brenner. Brenner makes a move, drags it in, and is tied up by Morona back behind. Morona. And Morona and Brenner getting into it. Cooler heads prevail. But Morona is going to go to the box. And Morona with his palms up skates to the box as Regis gets their 5th power play of the game. Morona had made the play. He had already made the play. He had knocked the puck away from, he had knocked it away from Brenner. And the scoring opportunity was thwarted, but then took him into the corner and applied some additional punishment, and that got the attention of the referee. Back to the live action. Manville from the far side, his shot on the power play, and that one is saved, and this puck has sent the distance back to the Regis end. Winding things up is Beck. Beck's got lots of room. Finds a man up ahead of the play. It's Eli Ash who tips it back in. Terosian puts it into the corner and gets some help from Aiden Owen. Owen lobs this one back out to center, and Valor with the speedy Fekete almost got to it, and would have had a 2-on-1. Aiden Owen cancels his man. The pass by Manville is intercepted and punched back out to center. Beck moves it back up to the Valor line, but it ricochets off Manville's boot. He can't handle. And the puck comes all the way back to Paranjapi. Paranjapi with 1:08 remaining in the power play, winds things up and takes center ice. Works it back into the Valor zone over on the far side. Watched by Terosian. Good poke check, stolen back. And Paranjapi feeds it back up to Beck. Beck along the wall, far side. Manville, goal line. Back behind, right in front, shot, goal scored. As Regis and Jake Filler scores a power play goal, making it 2-1 Manville makes a nifty pass in front, and Regis is right back into this as Filler had gained position on Ladwig. And Manville's pass right in front makes it 2-1 as Filler muscled his way past Ladwig. And Ladwig tried to keep him away as Cooper Robinson was sliding from his right to his left, and he didn't have a shot as he went just over his left pad. So Jake Filler scores a power play goal, and Morona's penalty proves costly for Valor as it is now 2-1. Manville gets the assist. And for Filler, Filler had 4 goals in the regular season, so Filler, big goal here for Regis, draws them back to within 1. Back to the live action as Brooks Wright tries to send the puck up and out of the zone. Walsh loses it on the stick, and the puck is shot back up by Balapat, gloved out by Cooper Robinson. He holds on for the whistle. 7:07 remaining in this second period. As Regis has gotten a big goal, and they took advantage of their 5th power play of the game. And now we've got Brenner's line back out there as he's got Ash instead of Nolan Williams. So they seem to be rolling a few players in that spot and over on the far side. You've got Ihaya. As we've got a couple of right sticks out there. In fact, 3 right sticks for Regis right now at the forward line. And that shot from distance goes up and into the net. We've got another whistle. We'll do it again. This time the face-off will be over on the, let's see where they're going to place this. It's going to be over on the far side, so it's going to be to the right of Cooper Robinson. And again, Carter Schick steps in to take this face-off against Feckerty. Both good face-off men. And off the face-off, puck comes back up to the point and guided back down along the goal line. And a big, heavy check is delivered as Aiden Owen planted his man. Loose puck back behind the cage as Feckerty guides it back over to Cherosian. Cherosian holds his man off. And the puck is held in well by Ryan Williams at the point. And finally, the puck is settled over on the far side. Carter Charles will have time. Sends one, it goes off of a boot. Icing is waved off all the way back to the Regis zone. With Jenkins on the forecheck, ricochets. The puck, loose puck, picked up by Aiden Owen. Puts it back low for Jenkins. Jenkins unable to dig it out as Ian Beck is there. Pass right in front. Feckerty can't get to it, and Regis is able to get it, wedge it back out to center and back to the Valor blue line. Hard pass as Feckerty looks for the puck in his skates, finds Jenkins, and Jenkins up ahead, ice into the Regis zone. He attracts the crowd, maintains possession, puts it in front, but nobody was home. Carter Charles enters the scene as Carter Charles battles with Dylan Paranjape. Puck is freed up, and Manville's got it. Manville with a soft lob pass finds Carter Schick matched up shoulder to shoulder. Jeremy Muir, and over on the far side, puck is in the Valor zone as Manville pitchforks a backhander right on goal. Cooper Robinson makes a fair catch. 5:35 remaining in this second period. Valor leads 2-1. Regis is back with a big goal to draw to within 1 here in this second period. And the face-off is going to be to the right of Cooper Robinson and the left face-off dot. Coveney going up against Reese Peterson. And puck comes back out to center. And it's softly put back into the Valor zone. Here, battling with his man. Coveney on the high side, frees it up. And Brooks Wright has the puck stripped off his stick. Held in by Regis. The shot by Reese Peterson. And that one was deflected off of Coveney. Coveney hands it back off as he takes a heavy check back behind the game. This Regis line is punishing Valor right now. Valor's able to wedge it out, and Alfieri moves it out. Alfieri makes a move in. Alfieri with the shot. It rolls off his stick. Another shot by Brooks Wright with no angle. And Hernandez made a big save there to keep it a 1-goal deficit. Alfieri made a terrific play as he picked up that puck at center ice and with some silky hands works his way past a Regis defender right in. But again, Hernandez was up to the task. Alfieri kind of had that puck roll off his stick just as he got in for a shot. He was within shooting distance of Hernandez. Off the faceoff, Valor's got it. Winding up as Larson takes the shot. It's deflected, and here comes Regis. Regis with numbers. Here comes Brenner. Shot scores. We're tied. Brenner brings it in. He beats Robinson stick side high. The Regis fans are going crazy as Brenner walks it in, and Brenner finds the top half of Robinson's cage. Robinson perhaps leaning too much, and Brenner finds the top half and beats him stick side as it was basically a 2-on-2 as Whitmore came over to challenge Brenner, but Brenner got some velocity on that wrister and makes it 2-2. Anybody's game. At this point, we're tied up at the 4:32 mark. And Fekete right in front as Barnes had another opportunity, and Hernandez has just absolutely covered the bottom half of that cage. And Valor with a couple of opportunities, unable to put one away from Huron Hernandez when they've needed one, as Morona goes tumbling in front of the Valor bench. Manville battling with him, and the puck is freed up, and Maddox Charles comes in and sweeps it up. Puck is moved in over on the far side. Nobody touches it. It goes in as Henry Barnes tried to get a stick on it, unable to. And so the faceoff again comes back to Valor's zone. Cooper Robinson had come, was on top of the paint for that shot. And Brenner couldn't have made it any better, as that was the one spot Cooper Robinson didn't have covered there. As back to the live action, puck is at the Regis blue line. Ryan Williams battling for it. Alfieri's got it. And Alfieri's shot, he fans on it. Puck is sent the distance, and this one's going to be an icing call on Regis. So our faceoff will come back to our left-hand side, to the left dot, to the right of Hernandez. Hernandez again only yielded 25 goals this season. Cooper Robinson yielded 28. Comparable numbers. Robinson saw a few more shots, made 311 saves to Hernandez's 245. So, and back to live action. Puck is gloved down by Brooks Wright, but Brooks Wright perhaps hung on to that puck a little too long. He caught it, made a full pirouette, and so the faceoff will come outside of the zone as is flagged for that one. Coveney will take the faceoff in front of Coach Gwozdecki's bench, and Eli Ash and Brooks Wright get entangled, and the referee, let's see if there is, the puck goes in, and the assistant coach Adrian Wiedemann, who mans the defensive side of Coach Gwozdecki's bench, tosses it back. So we've got a center ice face-off now, as Brenner picks up the puck. Brenner, who's got some energy here after that goal, sweeps it back into the Valor zone, and Aiden Owen gives chase behind Cooper Robinson's cage. Moves it back behind the cage for Terosian, who marches out. Terosian head up ice, center ice to Brooks Wright. Wright slides it back over. Aiden Owen shot, scores! Valor takes the lead again, 3-2, as Aiden Owen down that right-hand side beats Hernandez stick side. And Brooks Wright made a nifty pass, and the shot from the dot scores as Aiden Owen, who had 8 goals during the regular season, led this team in points, fires a huge shot and scores as he beats Hernandez. And Hernandez looked human on that one. He hasn't looked that way for the For the majority of this game, it is now 3-2. As Aiden Owen gets a big goal at the 3:05 mark of this second period. As you look for momentum swings, Regis had all the momentum, and Brenner's line out there. And for Wright, that he picks up his second assist of the game. As we're back to live action, Valor with the puck in Regis' zone. Galushko out of the corner, finds Larson. Larson's shot wide. Walsh right on the side, tries to jam it in. He didn't have much of an angle, but Hernandez continues to frustrate. As the puck back, and Galushko takes a heavy check. Walsh tips it into the Regis zone, and Walsh back behind the cage. He's got Larson in front, puts a soft backhander, but Larson was tied up by Liam McDonald, who made a heck of a defensive play. Puck is kissed off the glass and back in to the Regis zone, apparently beyond the red stripe. We got an icing call that comes back to our right-hand side. With Valor and a one-goal lead with 2:20 remaining in the second period. As I mentioned, all the momentum was Regis's. After Filler's goal, Jack Filler's power play goal, and then Brenner's extreme effort, and that one made it 2-2. Aiden Owen comes back, and Valor now. Regis would like nothing more than to tie this up. They've got 2:05 to do it, but they've got to get the puck out of their zone. Jenkins with the puck on the half wall, sends a pass across the ice. It's deflected back to the red stripe, and Morona winds it back in, back behind Hernandez's cage. Takes a hard bounce back over to the near side, and a 50-50 battle is won by Coveney. Coveney tries to work it out of the corner, over skates, and Regis has the puck for a breakout on the right-hand side. As Balapat guides it back in, and a pair of 25s, Whitmore outraces Peterson with the puck over on the right-hand side. Brings it back in to the Regis zone, but he was held up there by Luke Miller. Miller makes a heady defensive play. The long pass back on the mark. Carter Charles into the zone. Carter Charles backhand feed. Sweeping shot by Jenkins goes wide. And Luke Miller with the puck one more time. Puck is hoisted back into the corner. Miller and Carter Charles battle for it. Puck is lobbed back out to center, and Noah Fekete over on the far side battles with Ihaya. Fekete from the corner puts it alongside the wall as Aiden Owen creates a little room for himself, sends the pass back over to Morona. Morona into the Regis zone. Morona, the defenseman, is shaken up a little bit, is back to his old self as the puck is stripped off his stick, and coming out of the Regis zone with it is Parker Brenner. Brenner feeds it back over to Ihaya. Ihaya looks in on Robinson's cage. It's a gut shot. Robinson hangs on for the whistle. 37.6 seconds remaining in this second period. One-goal game. Valor up 3-2 over Regis in this semifinal action. And so Ian Beck, who had a highlight reel goal this year right off the face-off, lines up versus Noah Fekete. And no doubt Fekete has seen that play. That was Ian Beck's goal directly off the face-off in the exact same spot. Cooper Robinson has seen it as well, as it made the highlight reel on 9 News. With the face-off down, the puck is back behind the Valor cage. As Terosian up ice to Maddox Charles, the freshman with the puck, and Fekete moving to the net, and the puck is swept up. Second shot as Barnes came in. Barnes took the shot. Hernandez with the save. Manville marches back. Manville tries to send it back up to Ryan Williams. Couldn't get a stick on it. Defended well there by Jeremy Muir. As 11 seconds remaining in this period, the puck is softly put into the Regis zone. No icing. And Regis will wind it around as the final seconds tick off. Here comes Walsh with a shot. Blocker save that would have counted. Walsh picked up that puck and sent it in on Hernandez. Hernandez made a save. He was forced to as the whistle blew. After 2, it is a one-goal game. Valor up 3-2. And we entered that period 1-0 with Valor. In the second period, Jeremy Muir got a shorthanded goal, a terrific backhanded 5-hole goal to make it 2-0, but Regis comes back with Filler's power play tally and Brenner's tying goal. And then Aiden Owen comes back, and one of the leaders on this team makes it 3-2 for Valor, and that's where we stand. third and final period is right in front of us. We got 15 minutes, and we'll be back for the conclusion of this game. I'm Manny Furtado for CHSAA Hockey Productions. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. We'll be back. And welcome back to the Broadmoor World Arena in Colorado Springs. This is the CHSAA 5A semifinal matchup between Valor and Regis. And Valor leads 3-2 as we enter this third period. I'm Manny Furtado for CHSAA Hockey Productions. Glad to have you on board here this evening for this semifinal contest. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Denver East versus Ralston Valley. Ralston Valley being predominantly the Arvada Hockey Association. And Denver East is a compilation of all Denver public schools. We are set to go for this third period. Valor leads by 1, Noah Fekete off the faceoff. And the puck is controlled by Valor at their blue line as Tarosian's got it, sends it back up, tipped in by Maddox Charles into the Regis zone, swept up the near side boards, and Carter Schick is able to exit the puck. Puck is in front of the Valor bench as Maddox Charles is stripped from behind by Manville. Puck comes back over to Aiden Owen. He feeds it back over to the far side. Tarosian's got it. Back in as Barnes was able to tip it in for Valor. Back into the Regis zone, back up to the point. Aiden Owen sidesteps one, feeds it back to the wall. As Maddox Charles gets tied up, the freshman continues to joust there. He pokes it free, and the puck stays in the Regis zone. Almost scaled off the glass, but Fekete is there. Fekete is canceled, and then back behind Regis's cage as the puck rolls over to the far side half boards. Back up to the point, and Maddox Charles takes a shot back behind the cage, and it's swept back out to center by Regis, and it goes the distance to Cooper Robinson. Robinson with a long pass finds the freshman, and apparently offsides. So the Valor, with the first minute and 5 seconds of this third period, maintaining control, but no shots in on Hernandez. Hernandez has been terrific thus far. As Regis came in to the playoffs with an 8-6-4 record after 18 games, they beat Monarch in a double overtime game to earn the chance to play into this semi-final action. And back to the live action. The puck is dumped into the Valor zone. Morona's got time over on the long far side half wall. He's able to get it back out to the red stripe. Punched right back in by Regis. And on this Olympic ice, Whitmore now moves the puck back up to Alfieri. Alfieri checked from behind, but his pass, as he was looking for line mate Coveney, and able to come up with it. Puck at center, tipped by Whitmore, chased down by Morona over on the far side corner as he is pinned up against the boards as an official goes tumbling. And the puck drawn back out to center. Back over to Whitmore, brings it into the Regis zone. A shot off of a shin pad and back into the corner. Pass right on the side of the cage of Fernandez. He can't corral it. And the puck is angled off the boards and back out to center. Coveney moves it back over to Whitmore. And Whitmore, a funny bounce off his skate right onto Cooper Robinson's cage. Robinson holds for the whistle, and we're at the 14:52 mark of this third period. Valor leads 3-2. Valor would like nothing more to go back to the championship. They have 12 seniors on this team, so this is their year to do it. They've been in that championship game 3 straight years, winning 2 versus Fort Collins and losing last year's game to East. Back to live action, the bouncing puck is poked back out to center, and Valor on the march. Galushko's got the puck, backhand feed. Puck is picked off by Brenner. Brenner tries to move it up the far side boards. It's rolled around behind Hernandez's Regis's cage. As stepping in was Walsh. Walsh tried to come up with it. Galushko feeds it back over to Muir, and Muir chases it over to the far side as he's pinned up by Ash. Larson couldn't get a stick on it, and Paranjapi for Regis angles one hard off the glass. It goes for an icing call. We're coming back to our right. 14-14 to go in the third period, 1-goal game. Valor leading Regis. Regis in their distinctive red uniforms. They've got the red helmets, gloves, and that familiar Regis Jesuit across the crest of the chest. Valor comes in with their new uniforms with their home whites trimmed out with the baby blue and gold. And the Eagles' head on the crest as the Regis Jesuit Raiders versus Valor Christian. And Valor runs into each other. Schick's got the puck, winds up and takes a shot. Funny play by Valor as Valor ran into each other, the two defensemen there, and I believe it was Tarosian and Aiden Owen, and it gave way as Schick had a wide open lane down the left-hand side. Schick, a right-handed shot comes down that left side. He had to square up, and he put one right into the breadbasket of Cooper Robinson. As we back to the live action as Barnes pokes it out of the Valor zone, all the way back to the Regis end. Sweeping in is Chase Patterson, the big senior defenseman. Shakes off the check, moves the puck back up the left wing boards, and Regis with a cross ice exit, moves it back over to the right hand side. The shot waved at by Cooper Robinson. The puck comes back out all the way, winds all the way back to this Regis zone. As I mentioned, this Olympic ice, a lot of these passes are a lot further than they're used to making, and a little bit harder for them to connect on them perhaps today. This puck is hoisted out of the Valor zone. Valor is at the tail end of a shift, and they'll take an icing call to get a line change here for Coach Gwozdecki. They've got a 1-goal lead at 13-22. Regis has not been back to the championship game since 2019. That was the year that they won it against an upstart Dakota Ridge team. They had won back-to-back championships that year. They had beaten Valor in 2018. And so they would like nothing more than to get back to the championship game. And to do so, they're going to need a goal here, and they've got 13-14 to do. But back to the live action. Puck is back into the Regis zone as Alfieri gets tied up. And Regis moves the puck up the wall and back over to the right-hand side. Beyond the reach there of Balatbat. He gives chase and a puck all the way up ice. Here comes Alfieri. Alfieri feeds it back over. Brooks Wright can't handle the puck. Wright on the half boards over on the far side, protecting the puck up against the wall. Drops it off there, picks it back up, and is converged on behind Regis's cage. The puck is stripped off his stick, and again, the pass misses the mark. And again, with all this extra ice, those passes, which normally would be on the mark, a little bit more difficult with an extra 3,300 square feet of the ice out there. And so this one, face-off comes back to the Regis zone to the left of Hernandez. Hernandez hunched over with his white pads, white helmet, and he's got his right stick ready to go. And the puck is down. There's a battle for it here on the dot. And peeling away with the puck is Liam McDonald. McDonald angles one off the half boards over on the far side, back to center. Valor's Ladwig sends one back in. Carter Charles was there, but the puck goes up and into the netting. Whistle there back behind Hernandez's cage. So another face-off in the Regis zone. Regis has played a majority of this period thus far. We're 5 minutes in, 12:21 in their zone. Their team has really had many scoring opportunities in this, or shots on goal in this period. And off the face-off, Walsh continues to battle forward on the near side half boards. Swept back into the corner, given chase is McDonald. McDonald tips it over to Ash, who's converged on by the defenseman Muir. Puck is hoisted back out. Lagwig races for it as he's got Filler on his backside. Lagwig softly puts it over to the near side half boards. Walsh is able to tip it back, and Carter Charles one-hands it back out to center. Over on the far side, the puck almost got behind, as over on the far side was Brenner. Brenner was lurking, looking for a loose puck, but it never came, and it's iced by Regis, and coming back to the right-hand side. Muir was there. Jeremy Muir was the defenseman over there. Muir was last man back. Talk about Regis. Regis again an 8-6-4 record this year. Those 4 ties came against Ralston Valley, Cherry Creek, Chaparral, and Monarch, all playoff teams. And needless to say, this is not a typical Regis year, but this team is competitive with any team out there, as they're showing today, taking on #1 Valor. Back to the live action, puck back behind Hernandez's cage, fed back over to the near side, and with some room, puck is hoisted all the way out, and the long pass beyond the reach of Schick, and it goes again for an icing call. That was Chase Patterson, the big defenseman, #5 out there. There's the Captain C, as he has a conversation with head coach Terry Ott. And again, the games that this Regis team lost, they lost to Cherry Creek, Monarch, Ralston Valley, Valor twice. and Denver East. So some pretty stiff competition as Patterson with the puck over on the far side takes it into the Valor zone. He's checked off the play. Puck is swept back over to the near side. We're able to get to it, and here's the shot from Lorenzo. Lorenzo's shot deflected, and Aiden Owen has it for Valor. Tips it back over to the far side, and nifty mitts by Galushko. He's able to get the puck back out to center. Swept back over to the near side. Fekete, the captain, works it into the Regis zone. Galushko, loose puck, picks it back up, and Galushko feeds it back over. Alfieri's shot, he got tied up from behind. Never came clean. We're on the far side. Chase Whitmore puts it in. Delayed call. Delayed offsides. Chase Patterson has time for Regis. Takes it back out to the red stripe and angles one in the near side corner. It deadens up against the wall. Tarosian is stripped of the puck, and the puck is picked back up and stolen away by Valor. Valor on the far side and recoiling. Here's Brooks Wright. Wright with a backhand feed over to the far side. Alfieri's got it. Alfieri hits on the brakes, and the puck leaks out. Punched right back into the Regis zone, but with time is Matthew Carter, the defenseman on the near side. Carter in the corner. His pass is deflected off of Alfieri. Alfieri tries to pick his pocket. He moves it back over, and the puck is angled back out by Luke Miller. Tap back into the zone. Matthew Carter for Regis draws it back in front of Hernandez's cage. His long pass misses the mark, another icing call. Regis, who with 9:43 remaining and a 1-goal deficit, appears to be taking those long passes here, looking for the home run. These two teams compete in the Metro Division, Metro Conference. There's 3 conferences in the 5A. Valor won the conference with a 17-1 record. Their lone loss, first game of the year was against Ralston Valley, and Ralston Valley surprised them with a 4-3 win. Other than that, Valor has won 18 straight games. So, I should say 17 straight games. With the puck back behind Regis' zone, Maddox Charles has it on his backhand. Maddox Charles moves it back up to Muir at the point, back to Charles along the half boards, down below the line, and the give and go right in front, and puck misses everybody through the slot and ends up all the way back to the Valor zone. Softly by Lagwig, gets hung up there, pass cross ice feed, and it's picked off by Maddox Charles. Charles finds the mark as he finds Fekete. Fekete's got Barnes with him. Barnes is handcuffed in front of Hernandez's cage. And we've got a whistle. It's a tripping call, and Barnes is going to go to the box. Fekete put it on a platter, but Barnes couldn't get it up and above Hernandez, and Hernandez makes another save. And for Barnes, this is the 6th penalty for Valor. Barnes, his 2nd call of the game. He had a hooking call earlier. This one's a trip, and this one comes at the 9:01 mark. So Coach Terry Ott and Regis have a golden opportunity with a power play here at the 9:01 mark of this 3rd period. As Beck moves it back over to the right-hand side, the shot deflected off of Tarosian. Coming back up with the Schick right in front. The pass glances off of Regis' stick and back out to center. Hustling back, Ian Beck with the puck as he is shadowed by Larson. On this big ice, Beck's got lots of ice, takes it over on the far side, past Tarosian. Now he gets hung up by Aiden Owen. Owen loses his stick, gathers it back in, and the loose puck over on the near side half boards is wedged back out to center. Beck quickly moves it back over to the right-hand side, and the counterattack continues as the shot from Schick goes up and over. Got a piece of Cooper Robinson up and out of play. So with 1:18 remaining in the power play, Regis will get an offensive zone face-off. At least I believe so. I think it went off Cooper Robinson. Robinson hunched over, watching for the face-off placement to be to his left-hand side in that right dot. Noah Fekete one more time comes in as he's going up. And he's got Brenner in front of him. And off the face-off, Fekete wins that back, but it's chopped at and moved back over on the wall, over on the far side. Paranjapi peels away from some pressure at the right point, feeds it back over to the near side. Coming up with it is Ryan Williams straight ahead, back over to Paranjapi. Skips his stick, feeds it back over to the near side dot. Watched by Alfieri. Curling ahead is Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams, top of the slot, takes the shot, hits a body and hit a stick. It was wide. Puck is sent back out to center. And Regis looks to tap it back in. Walking in is Filler. Filler has it stripped off his stick. Here comes Fekete. Fekete ahead of the puck for Valor. The shot, and Hernandez got a piece of it. Up and out of play. Fekete was all alone as Regis was executing a line change here, at least at the defensive portion with 39 seconds. Fekete was all alone, and Hernandez again comes up big to make that save, and it keeps it a 1-goal deficit for Regis with 7:40 remaining in this third period, 39 seconds remaining in Regis's power play. And Brooks Wright off the faceoff takes a shot, and that one goes to flex above Hernandez's cage. Up and out of play. We'll do it again. Face-off to the right of Hernandez in the left dot. Coveney will take it for Valor. Coveney with his stick down tries to sweep it, but it's won by Ash. Back, and Beck's got the puck behind Hernandez's cage as he starts the breakout. And Aiden Owens steps up and introduces himself to Nolan Williams. Puck inside the Valor zone, back behind Robinson's cage. As Aiden Owens got it, and he sends one flying the distance hard off the glass. All the way back to Hernandez. Hernandez glances up at the clock, and with 9 seconds remaining in the power play, Regis, the power play breakout from center ice. They have some trouble. Here comes Brooks Wright. He steals the puck right ahead of the play. Wright shot and just misses. Wright had an opportunity for a second shorthanded goal for Valor. As a little drop feed, that boomerang pass sometimes doesn't always work, and in that case, Brooks Wright read it, and he was off to the races. Power play has expired, 6:41 remaining in the third. Valor leads by 1, and Regis trying to battle for the puck in the Valor zone. Coveney's got it. He's going to ice this one, sends it the distance. Goes for, icing is waved off as Chase Patterson retrieves the puck back, and Regis looks to take the zone one more time. Unable to, bouncing puck comes back over to Galushko. Galushko with a soft, heady pass as he sends it back to the Regis zone, 200 feet away from Cooper Robinson. Regis winding their way through center, bringing the puck in as the defenseman Ryan Williams. Radwig is able to get to it, jams it up against the end boards and back over to the far side corner. Chase Patterson steps in from his deep position, keeps the play alive for Regis. Back up to the point, the shot off the end boards, back behind Cooper Robinson. Ricochets back over to the near side corner, and Walsh tips it with a backhand back over to the far side. As chasing it off and peeling it off the boards and reversing it back over to the near side. Williams will get to it again for Regis, keeps the play alive. Back down low as Balatbat is tied up with his man. Puck squirts free, and this time Alfieri sends a hard one off the boards and goes the distance. Icing is the whistle. 5:28 is the time. Period is 3. 1-goal game. Valor up 3-2 over Regis. And as we look at this, Valor came in beating Stanley Lake in a dominating fashion 9-0. Regis had a little bit tougher time with a 2-overtime win versus Monarch in a tough game. Back to the live action. Puck is in the far side corner in the Valor end as it's battled for on the half boards. Trying to glove it down there, and coming up with it was Nolan Williams. Puts it back down low and the loose puck back behind Cooper Robinson's cage, trying to dig it out is Reese Peterson. Peterson is angled off by Morona. Morona one-hands it to Galushko, gets it back to center. The fluttering puck all the way back to Hernandez's cage. He punches it back against the far side. Half boards, Galushko frees himself, can't come up with the puck. Schick's got it at center ice for Regis. Schick down the right-hand side, the backhand feed, back over. Here's the shot, deflects off of Walsh's boot, and the puck is scooped up by Morona. Morona is able to get it back out to the Regis zone. Morona on the forecheck, lays a check, and Carter Charles gets back, picks up the puck. Morona's cross-ice feed, glances off a stick. Puck is picked back up by Zach Lorenzo. So Renzo gets tied up at center ice with the feisty Owen Walsh. Walsh goes for a line change, and on the far side, the puck is banked off the boards. Carter Charles can't get it past Beck, and Carter Schickham gets tied up with Fekete from the red stripe. Valor punches it back into Hernandez's cage. Back behind Hernandez's cage, it's pitch and catch for the Regis D. send it back over to the far right-hand side, and the bouncing puck jumps both players and into the Valor zone. Terosian sweeps it back up. Aiden Owen, a backhander, takes a heavy check. Awkward up against the boards, and we've got a penalty called as Aiden Owen went in, and so Regis takes their fourth penalty of the game. And so Beck's going to go to the box, and I don't know if that seemed a little questionable too, as Beck seemed to get they call it a roughing call, but honestly it was just a tough check. That was the same referee who flagged Walsh in the first period for roughing. So apparently checking is not allowed here. And so Valor gets their fourth power play of the game. And Owen Walsh will take this face-off. Walsh sets up and tries to win it up against the wall. And Luke Miller is there, the defenseman. Walsh digs it off. And Walsh with the puck spins it around, back up to Morona at the point. Walsh back to Walsh over on the half boards. Walsh looking for options, but his pass off of a active Regis stick finds Galushko. Galushko back out to center ice. That puck had deflected all the way back. Luke Miller was there, back into the Regis zone. Galushko feeds it back up to the right point. Morona's got it. Morona being watched, slides it back over, left dot. Walsh down low to Barnes. Barnes looking up high, finds Morona. Morona swings it over. Galushko's shot, and it goes well high of Hernandez's cage. If it was football, it would have been a good field goal, as it was straight above Hernandez's head, but about 10 feet high. Galushko sets up. Galushko's got a heck of a shot. He's got a strong stick out there. So top line out there now for Coach George Gwozdecki with a face-off back to the right-hand side. Maddox Charles, the freshman, from the point, dancing on top of the circle. Feeds it back over edge of the circle. From the dot, it's Fekete. Fekete tried to feed that one through, but a maze of players deflects it back over to Fekete on the far side, straight ahead. Punch pass. Fekete feeds it back over. Maddox Charles, his shot again, high up and over. As Hernandez has that bottom half of the cage, Valor keeps looking for the top half, but they're finding nothing but the high glass. Back to the live action as Aiden Owen walks it back into the Regis zone. Alfieri's got it, feeds it back over. Maddox Charles shot, and a blocker save, and then it's flagged down as Hernandez makes a heck of a catch. That shot from Maddox Charles, he was in the high slot, right between the hashes, moved back down, was fed that pass, takes the shot, and it was blockered, bounces up, and Hernandez loves it out. Really good play by Hernandez, keeps it a one-goal game, 2:38 to go in this semifinal action, with Noah Fekete over on the edge of the circle. Over on the far side, thinks about it, goes back down low to Coveney. Coveney doesn't have to give and go, instead feeds it back low to Fekete. Fekete reverses off of Coveney's boot, and the loose puck back over to Liam McDonald, the defenseman. Tries to work it out of the corner, chopped at, unable to get it out, and Hernandez dives on the puck as it leaks in front of his goal. He'll hold for the whistle. 22 seconds remaining in the power play, 2:15 remaining in the period. 3-2 Valor over Regis. Championship berth at stake. And so Owen Walsh, he looks up there at the four-sided scoreboard at center ice from the Broadmoor World Arena. Olympic ice, puck is down and it's back behind Regis's cage. Walsh taps it back over to Barnes, and Barnes from below the line finds Morona. Wrister right on target. Hernandez makes the save. Hernandez had that right in the gut. He wasn't going to let that one loose here. So as we mentioned, Ralston Valley and East come up next. Ralston Valley beat Cherry Creek in overtime, 3-2. Denver East had a little bit easier time, 4-1 over Chaparral. They meet at 7 o'clock. Game time for the championship game is 8 o'clock from Magnus Arena, the University of Denver campus. 8 o'clock on Tuesday. And off the face-off, Regis steals the puck and takes it back out to center. As the power play just about over, as Manville's got it, feeds it back up high. The shot was deadened, and Cooper Robinson angles it back up behind him and up and out of play. So Regis gets an offensive zone face-off. They're back to full strength. They have 1:49 to go. They have a one-goal deficit. So for Coach Terriot has pulled his goalie as Hernandez is on the bench. And so let's set the stage for you. Beck, Manville, Patterson, Lorenzo, Schick, and we'll try and pick up the sixth attacker. Walsh with the puck, looking for an angle, has the puck stripped, and it's Ihaya. Ihaya's shot bounces back over. Patterson with the puck from the right point, straight ahead. The shot is deflected, looking for the puck, and Patterson's able to keep it alive for Regis. Keeps it in the zone as Aiden Owen takes the shot from distance, hits the side of the cage, and that is an icing call. He hit the post, almost scoring. Aiden Owen from his own end. Owen got a piece of that. Aiden Owen did. And Walsh is pushed right back on the ice by Galushko. Said, get back out there. So Walsh is out there along with Tarosian, Aiden Owen, Fekete, and Larson. For Valor, Regis has a minute 25, and off the faceoff, trying to poke the puck, and Larson sends it the distance. This is going to be an icing call. So Regis will get another another offensive zone face-off. This time Brenner checks in onto the ice. Ihaya is off. So again, setting the stage for you. Beck having a conversation with Manville. Manville to his left, as Beck is a right-handed stick in this left dot and trying to come up with the puck. Walsh digging away, chiseling on the ice, and it's fed back over to the near side. Back down low. Aiden Owen gathers it back in to Tarosian, far side. Brenner, 50-50 battle with Tarosian. Fekete is there as well. Beck pokes it free. Back down low, angled back. Regis with the puck, top of the circles. Here's the shot. Second one up and over the cage. Coming up with the loose puck is Paranjapi. Paranjapi stripped of the puck. Aiden Owen's got it, tries to angle it up. Held up at the line by Beck and kept it alive. Calling for the puck right in front. Loose puck in the slot. Fekete is able to angle it out with a backhander. And Fekete in desperation sends it the distance. He'll take the icing call. 34.8 seconds remaining. 1-goal game. Regis battling. And I suspect we'll have a timeout here as head coach Terry Ott for Regis in his first season as head coach, taking over for Dan Woodley, is 1 goal away from the championship game, but he needs it. He's got 34.8 seconds to get the game tying goal and perhaps send this game into overtime. So Coach Gwozdecki with the whiteboard on one side, with 40-plus years of coaching experience, national titles at the University of Denver, and the experience. He's going head-to-head with Terry Ott. Terry Ott's got his whiteboard out as well. Ott with Grant Woodley, Brian Miller, and Nick Miller. On his side, Klupker, Capel, Martin, and Wiedemann, coaches for Valor. So as you look at this Regis squad, as the top goal scorer was Michael Manville. Manville, not only had the top goals, he had 12 goals in the regular season. He had 26 points. He'll be out there with Carter Schick, number 19. Schick had 2 goals in that quarterfinal matchup with Monarch, 2 highlight goals. And again, they're without Nico Pinero. Pinero, who I believe hurt his left knee. And here we go, let's set the stage for you. Face-off is in the right face-off dot. Cooper Robinson is on the edge of his paint. Off the face-off, it's won by Valor. Moved into the corner and a soft pass back behind the cage. Aiden Owen battling with Manville. Puck comes back up to the point. Chopped in by Paranjapi. The shot right on the side of the cage. Tarosian's got it for Valor. Feeds it back over along the half boards, over on the far side. Chopped at, and the puck is finally moved back out to center. Larson giving chase as Paranjapi gets there first. Paranjapi gets a little bit of help, and coming away with the puck is Parker Brenner. Brenner with speed down the left-hand side, gives a head fake, but Owen Walsh cancels him and sends him to the deck. With the loose puck as the buzzer sounds, Valor wins. Valor will move on to their 4th straight state championship game on Tuesday as the Valor team floods the ice and surrounds Cooper Robinson as Robinson comes up big in the last moments, making a couple of saves there and securing the win 3-2 over Regis. So Valor will move on into the championship game as Regis gave it their all tonight, and they come up 1 goal short of putting this game into overtime. And as I mentioned, the championship game will be Tuesday night. It's played at Magnus Arena at 8 o'clock. It'll be Valor versus either Denver East or Ralston Valley. Final score of this semifinal CHSAA 5A game: Valor, Christian Eagles 3, Regis Jesuit Raiders 2. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Good night.